Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of the Asia Diary. In this episode we are visiting the bustling city of Hong Kong. Now we only got to spend about 2 days in Hong Kong and 1 day in Macau, which obviously wasn't enough to see everything. But I will still try my best to give you an idea of how you should spend your time in Hong Kong. With that being said, let's jump straight into it. Just arrived into Hong Kong. After arriving at the Hong Kong International Airport, the fastest way to the city center is through the express train, which only takes about 25 minutes to Hong Kong Island. In our hostel, there was a Mexican restaurant serving great food and drinks. I can highly recommend this place even if you don't stay at this hostel. Now, since it was a Friday night, we wanted to see what the nightlife had to offer. We went to this area called Lan Kwai Fong, which probably is the best area if you want to party in Hong Kong. There are tons of bars and nightclubs to choose from, all located on the same street. So we're starting off the day with a bus tour around Hong Kong Island. Now, the good thing with these buses is that you can hop on and hop off whenever you like. So at one point we decided to hop off and get some lunch at this well-known noodle restaurant. Not only was the food delicious, but also really affordable, setting us back only about 50 Hong Kong dollars per person. After that, we went to Manny Pancake to try out their famous egg waffle, which is a typical dish of Hong Kong. So we're now going to take the ferry over to the Kowloon side of Hong Kong. Although you can also take the metro to Kowloon, the ferry is definitely the more scenic way to cross the harbor. One of the most famous dim sum restaurants in Hong Kong is Tim Ho Wan. They have several branches across the city, with one of them receiving a Michelin star. You definitely have to try out their barbecue pork buns, which are so delicious you'd want to have more. Now, when you are in Kowloon, make sure to check out the Temple Street Night Market, which opens every day around 6 p.m. Here you'll find all kinds of cheap gadgets, jewelry and clothing, although most of it is obviously fake. The next day we decided to visit the Victoria Peak Tower. Now, unfortunately for us, the famous tram that takes you up to the peak was closed, so we had to take the bus. But otherwise, I would suggest you take the tram in order to get the best views of Hong Kong. On the way back, we actually decided to walk, which takes about half an hour. So we ordered 2 different sets. Vegetable dumpling, we have a shrimp dumplings, the spring rolls, and also baked barbecue bun. The dumplings were really good and once again very affordable. So we're now waiting for our bus, which is going to take us to Macau over the world's longest overseas bridge. We arrived at our hotel, Studio City. The premium twin size, yes. Yes, that's right. Now, I have to admit, we actually didn't pay for our hotel. We're not that rich, well, yet. We have one of these free night vouchers to redeem. But even if you choose not to stay at the hotel, you should still make sure to visit at least one of them, because it's part of the Macau experience. So walking through the Portuguese quarter of the town, behind me you can see the Saint Dominique's Church. We made probably the most famous site here in Old Macau, the ruins of St. Paul. Another thing you can't miss when you're in Macau are the pastéis de nata, which are the Portuguese egg tarts. Basically, you can find them anywhere in the old town. Good? As I said before, you can't visit Macau without having been to at least one of the big hotels. For example, we went to the Venetian, which is one of the more famous ones. In here, you'll find a big shopping mall designed to look like Venice. In connection with the Venetian is the Parisian, which is basically the same thing, just instead of Venice, they built it like Paris. That's it for today's episode. I hope you liked it. If you did, then please remember to subscribe and turn on notifications below. The next episode, we are visiting the beautiful island of Boracay, so make sure not to miss that. See you then. We're boarding our flight to Boracay. See you then.